Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a full review of Polo Blue Parfum. When this one came out, or when it was announced, I was interested in it simply because I wanted something that was maybe a little bit more classic, a little bit more retro feeling, but done in a modern style. So I was hoping that's what this one was going to do for us. So when it came out, I got a 5 milliliter sample and I went through that quite quickly. I wasn't actually blown away by it. I thought it smelled nice, but I wasn't super happy with the performance I was getting off of it, and so I just kind of let it sit. I went through that 5 ml sample, but just as of late now, these have been popping up on discounters for a much more reasonable price, in my opinion. I actually ordered this 75 ml from fragrancebuy.ca, and so when I saw them popping up there, I decided to go ahead and get me a small bottle because I really did enjoy the smell, and I have a little bit of opinions on it, so I'll go ahead and tell you what I think. So I've been wearing this one for the last couple of days, and like I said, I went through that 5 ml sample. I've been spraying this one on my hand a lot, trying to get a feel for it, so I have a lot of time with this one, I'll say. Just because it's not a complex scent and it's not something super unique, but the performance and the way that it comes across on my skin, it did need a little time for me to understand what the fragrance was going for. So I'll go ahead and refresh my memory here with the top note. And I do have to say that the way this one opens up is probably one of my favorite parts of it. It has a very, very nice mandarin orange note in the top. Right off the top, the first minute or two, all you get is that bright, citrusy, kind of metallic mandarin orange. It's synthetic, but doesn't smell harsh or off-putting in any way. It's just a blue smell that's more the citrus without the spice. Now what's interesting with this one is it does have pink pepper and cardamom in the top. And so you would think that would come out right away, but for me it doesn't. I get just kind of that orangey smell for a good solid, I don't know, almost 5 minutes, and then suddenly it's almost like a ginger note pops through, and I think that's the pink pepper cardamom mixing with the orange, but it's this sharp, lemony, spicy smell that does come in after about 5 minutes on my skin, and that smell lasts for a little while. It's not a long time, but it's very pleasant. It's very attention grabbing at that point, and that's kind of the top notes for the first 20 minutes or so. The mid notes in this one is clary sage, lavender, vetiver, and jasmine, and I don't get any vetiver. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I don't get any of that earthy vetiver. I don't really get anything that would resemble vetiver besides maybe a soapiness, which sometimes vetiver can give you that, but I don't think the soapiness is coming from the vetiver because this one has clary sage and lavender and jasmine in the mid as well. So I think I'm getting quite a bit of lavender, quite a bit of clary sage, and that's coming forward to give me this blue soapiness, and I really, really do enjoy that smell. It's generic, sure, but scents like this are made for a specific reason, and that reason is to be crowd pleasing. You're not going to offend anyone with this one. You can spray this one heavy because it's a parfum. I spray this one 2 times on my skin wherever I spray it, if that makes sense. So like if I spray it behind my neck, I'll give myself 4 sprays, 2 on each side, you know, and that seems to help the performance a little bit. I'll just go ahead and talk about the performance now. So this one is a parfum and it wears like a parfum. It doesn't project or scream off your skin at all. It sits fairly close. It's kind of a dense bubble around you as far as performance goes. Now, when you hear of a parfum in this type of fragrance, it is a little strange because this is a very bright blue fragrance. It's a very citrusy, almost aquatic, but not really, more soapy blue fragrance. And so with a high concentration, it is a little elusive of how it's going to act on your skin, and this one is that way for me. I do find myself going nose blind in a sense that I just kind of forget that it's on me. I can be 4 hours into the wear and realize that I have not been thinking about what I'm wearing, but when I think about it, then I can smell it again. So it's not that I'm going nose blind, it's just that my brain is just ignoring that I'm wearing a fragrance at that point. So it's such a non-invasive smell and it doesn't punch you in the face at all. It's a very smooth, blue fragrance. So if you're looking for a very smooth, sophisticated blue fragrance, this would be the one to go for. So let's talk about the base notes just a little bit. They say it has oak, olibanum, and patchouli in the base, and for me to tell you that this smells like oak would be a little bit of a stretch, because I don't know that oak has a very distinctive smell. This doesn't smell like a cedar note to me. It more smells just like a modern woodiness, kind of like an ISO-y super amberwood type of smell on the base, and they're playing that off as oak, which in my opinion is just marketing. It smells good, but it's not, don't go into it expecting to get this brand new woody note that you haven't smelled much, because that's not the case. The olibanum in the base definitely is a main player throughout the fragrance. I actually have olibanum, I think it's right here, let me grab it. So I have olibanum resinoid from IFF right here, and I'll just go ahead and smell it. Yeah, and that smell is definitely in this fragrance. So they are definitely using olibanum in here. It's resinous and sticky smelling, but yet very bright and citrusy at the same time. It's not smoky, it's not sweet. It smells very lemon-like, almost like a ginger without the spice. So it's a very nice note, and I really, really like it in perfumery. And this one has quite a bit of it, which is, I think, why I keep going back to this fragrance. It just keeps that metallic citrus brightness all the way into the base, and the olibanum note in the base is definitely doing that for this fragrance. The patchouli, if it's in there, it's one of those very cleaned up, soapy type of patchoulis. It's not earthy at all. There's no earthiness in this. There's no dank dirtiness in this fragrance, as you would expect from a designer. But it is a very nice fragrance, and I really enjoy it. As far as when I wear it year round. I don't go by seasons with this one at all. I think it does well in any indoor environment. It dresses up very easily, it dresses down very easily, so it's very, very versatile in that sense. That is all I have on this one. If you have any questions about this fragrance, go ahead and leave me a comment below. Otherwise, thanks for watching.